up in the third, fourth quarter. I don't even want to hear it, man. A lot of y'all went home. A lot of y'all turned y'all went to watch UFC. A lot of y'all turned your motherfucking TVs off. A lot of you went in there and cuddled with your girlfriend. You didn't know what you was gonna say tomorrow, and you woke up to Cam Heisman doing it again. And he kind of created some of it. You know what I'm saying? But he made it happen. What Cooney said to me is, he said, Street, watch this. And that's what he said.
Yep.
He said, what? He said, watch this.
And we watched it.
What's going on, man? What's good with y'all? You know what? I'm gonna put y'all in. I'm gonna put my boys in the back. I'm gonna do some ass first. we gonna get to somebody first. Do some ass first. So what's good, man? Villan Tech. Kings was off this week, so we had to sit and watch the other teams play. I got my boys in the back. Y'all just saw them. But first off, man, this Villan Tech, we about to grade the offense, just the offense today. But it's brought to you by, let me see, we got what, 151 here? It's brought to you by Villan Shorts. Our Villan Shorts. We got the number one. You could be the Kinko, or you could be Mr. Ward, and we got the Santa. You know, we put out the black Santa for the recruitment, and we got the recruiting across the top, man. You got two pockets in the back. You feel me? You got two zip pockets in the back. Y'all want to cop some Villan Shorts, man. Well, these are the recruiting ones, but you know what I'm saying, produced by the Villans. Like, the link is in the description, and we got a black pair. So throughout, man, if y'all want to see them, man, just say in the comment section, Street, let us see the shorts, and we'll throw them things up. We got the faux. So you could be Mark Fletcher, or you could be Bane. Let me see where the four at. Where the four at? Get the goddamn mic out the way. I should have put them on and modeled them for y'all. I should have walked around the house. We got you throwing up the hands emoji with the Caneville sign on the side. So shout out to the Villans, man. Y'all want to know why I spell Villans like that? Because I'm an artist. God damn it, that's my art. So those are the Villan Shorts, the black and the white ones, man. If y'all want to see them, the link is in the description if you want to buy them. If y'all want to see them throughout the shows, you be like, Street, let us see the shorts. And we're going to throw the shorts up there, man. So we about to get into these grades, bro. We about to get into these grades. Talk about, give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me clearly. I'm going to talk about the offense, which ranked number one in the nation. So I guess they should all be A pluses. I'm looking at my boys in the back. Everybody should be A pluses, right? But you know, shit, we got Kyle back there, goddamn. This motherfucker grade on, I don't know what kind of curve he grade on. He grade on a cliff or something. I don't know. You know, he hard on the offense. But we're going to get into the grades, man. But so listen, man, if you want to become a member, you want to become a Villan, the link is in the description. If you want to become If you want to cop the shorts, the link is in the description. If you want to be a part of ILD Squad, Invest or Die, that's what we get in there. We jump in the stock market every day. The link is in the description. So I'm gonna bring my boys in here, man. What's going on, y'all?
Yo, what's good?
Let me try. I think Medi muted. So Medi, unmute yourself. I kept trying. I don't know. You gotta think I do it yourself. What's up, man? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Got to watch college football yesterday, man. The rankings should be coming out here soon. I know all y'all Kane fans in here was praying that USC was all USC fans yesterday, just hoping Penn State lose for no reason. Praying on their downfall. Oregon and Ohio State, I don't know if that affect us, man. They probably just a flip-flop them or do. Fox Sports put theirs out earlier this morning. We put ours. Ours is in the making. We about to put ours out. I didn't flip-flop them. I mean, I think Texas is number one. I think they should have stayed at number one. I think you just flip-flop Oregon and Ohio State, whatever. What's going on, bro? I mean,
no,
we're gonna get into these grades.
Miami's
Talk to me.
Miami's a top 5 team.
Huh? Miami top 5 team?
Miami's a top 5 team. You can drop them
Yeah.
outside the splits Ohio State, but even with it being a 1-point loss, Miami had a 1-point win and dropped. So with that same logic, I can't understand how you go and say, "Oh, flip-flop and they stay top 5." I don't understand how you do with the SEC. And you know, I guess we get maybe on that same cow curve by the media, but Miami should be a top 5 team. It shouldn't even be debate at this point. Anything else is nonsense.
Well, the Footballville rankings, Fox Sports kept us at 6, right? Footballville rankings put Miami at 5. Penn State in front of us by the hairs of their chinny chin motherfucking chin. And then Georgia, I put Georgia at 6. Respect everything they've done the last couple years, you know what I'm saying? But you lose to an Alabama team, then the Alabama team loses to Vandy, and then at some point, y'all gonna have to take an SEC hit on some of this shit. Like, y'all ain't finna trick me and make me think that, that Vandy can come over here and just wreck the motherfucking ACC. No, man, we got a couple teams that'll slap Vandy in the mouth. But that's neither here nor there. So the AP poll should be coming out here soon. It may come out while we live. Let's see. How y'all weekend go, man? Anybody up here get hit by a storm or something, man? Anybody hit by a tornado or something, man? Y'all good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good now. I got power as of Friday night.
I'm down here in Tampa.
And you was out power, Rich?
Yeah, man, for a couple days.
Oh,
I
shit.
drove from Atlanta to Tampa yesterday morning. 6 hours straight. I'm down here, but everything good down here. It's just this gas thing is crazy right now. Some places still got no power here, but they doing police escorts for the gas trucks. The lines is around. It's only like 4 gas stations in the whole city.
Really?
It's lines.
In what area?
Lines around the corner. Tampa.
In Tampa area?
Some places still underwater. So shout out to everybody out here, man. Who think that everything is. Don't get the sunny background confused. You know, some people still going through it. Some people still without power. So y'all keep them lifted up, man, in prayer.
Man, Rich,
Sunday, so.
I ain't know Rich, you in the group text. I didn't know you didn't have no power. What y'all been grilling the last 2 days?
We didn't. I actually had a smaller grill that I put together, and then later on that day, there was some restaurants that got power first, and the hospital got power first, and all that. So we just went to restaurants. The 2 days we didn't have power, but of course, you know all the stuff in the fridge. You know, got to throw it out and
Oh yeah,
you know do all that
I've been
nonsense.
there. I've been there.
If you from
Everybody in here,
Florida,
the worst hurricane everybody ever saw, huh? Talk to me.
no, I was saying if you from Florida, you've definitely been there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
In this comment section, or y'all at the panel, the worst hurricane everybody ever been through was Andrew. Like, if you in the comment section and you went through a hurricane that was worse than Andrew, like, tell me which hurricane it was.
I think it's all different because everybody's spot get hit different, right? So like
Uh-huh.
Andrew was the worst hurricane for South Florida, but not necessarily for individuals. So like for me, because I'm in Broward, the worst hurricane for me was I can't even remember what it was. I don't know if it was Irma. It was I don't know. It was not. It was sometimes in the 2000s. It came through. It was that particular year. I think we had about 3 or 4 hurricanes. I don't know if this was. I think we had because y'all know we got hit by Katrina too. We had like Katrina, and I think Charlie went out, hit us, went
Mm-hmm.
out, came back in and hit us again. I can't remember. I think it was. I want to say it was Irma because one of them storms hit us coming from the Gulf Coast, which was not a normal thing. And if you in Broward, you know it knocked out all our power, all our lines. That's why we have underground lines now. Before the hurricane, we didn't have underground lines. They had to
Hmm.
change our entire infrastructure. So even though Andrew was, the worst thing to hit South Florida, just for me being in Broward, it was a lesser storm. I can't remember the name. I think it was Irma. I'm not sure.
What year was this? You remember?
I cannot remember. It was a long
Oh
time
six.
ago because my little cousin who's here. Yeah, he was still in high school, as a matter of fact. Um, so that was a long. It was a good little while ago, over 15 years, I believe. And that's one of them. We had to stand out there in the we had to like we had like Maddie was saying we had to stand out there in the gas lines. Everybody was, hey man, you heard such and such got gas. We got such and such got gas. You run to the gas line. It's already 100 niggas in the gas line, and they only letting you get $20 worth. You trying to find out who got a gas stove so you can go over there and cook something. You're figuring out the grill. I go to my cousin's house. She's like, "You hungry?" I said, "Yeah, what you got?" We warming up some oatmeal and some hot dogs. I was like, hey, that don't go together. But that's the only thing you can put on the grill, like, so yeah, that was a tough one, man. We was out power for a long time. The kids in like Plantation, I know that area, like at Sunrise, they had no power for maybe 2 weeks. I think we went like a week. That was more than 2 weeks, I'm sorry, but we went like a week. We had to go out to the lake to get water to put it in our toilet so we can flush the toilet. It was yeah. It wasn't Andrew for me, but for y'all from Miami, it probably was Andrew.
Yeah. If you from Miami, Andrew, I wasn't, and Homestead was devastated. Homestead looked like a war
Yeah.
zone.
Right.
But Miami, I think same thing. It was like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks without power.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation. And Andrew happened in the 90s, so it wasn't no text message back then. Not everybody had cell
Mm.
phone, so that's what made it even worse. Because if you was stuck, you was just if you ain't know your neighbors and you was just stuck. So Andrew was crazy for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing, I think the impact that it had on Homestead, you know what I'm saying, is kind of why we in Miami, cause we had damage in our house. I mean, we had some huge trees that were down. Like you
Yeah,
said, we were out power. I think for a week, 2 weeks. I think we were out power for a while. But what it did to Homestead, it it
another
it
level.
started homes. Yeah, it leveled Homestead. I got
It
friends down there, man, that tell stories, man. Everybody was in the closet and
Mm.
just crazy stories. Everybody in the closet as they watching the house just wither away.
yep.
Um, right. So for me, it has to be like Andrew. I was a part of a storm that came through in 2000 and in 1999 or 1998. A storm came through the Carolinas, and I was at Paris Island. I was a Marine, and at that point, I realized what my life was worth to the Marines, because they evacuated the base, but we're on Paris Island, a island. We're on Paris Island. It's an island. There's a bridge to get there. This shit's an island. They evacuated the inmates. We were like the disaster preparedness team. And my question was, when do we evacuate? Like, when do we leave?
You were trying to walk out with the inmates? You tried to get in line?
Bro, and I started realizing that, no, you're here to die. You're here to be with the base and get a job done. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So the inmates get to go first? We're not you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm thinking about the inmates from the brig, like, we had to get all of them out of there. You know what I'm saying? We all had to get all of them out of there. Everybody evacuated. And because getting the inmates out that was at Paris Island was like the hardest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But we were like the disaster preparedness team, and we were like there was no there was no escape for us. Yeah, thank God it kind of bounced and went up the coast. But man, it was like whoa. That was when I realized. I was like, oh, okay, I did sign up for this. All right, man. So right. I get paid I get paid twice a week for this. I forgot. I just thought it would come. I just thought I would come in war, that I get shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? I did not think it was going to happen here at the homeland. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I was going to wither away in Beaufort, South Carolina. But all right, man, let's get this thing popping. So offensive grades, right? We're gonna give these coaches a grade. This is something we're gonna do. Then this week we'll do the defense, and this is something we're gonna do. And we'll start having a Villan grade, and we're gonna make this a thing where all the villains give us their grade from the Villan membership. If you want to become a member, the links are in the description. If you want the shorts, let me show you the shorts again, dog. We're gonna do this. We're gonna show. If you want to cop the Villan shorts or the recruiting shorts, that's the shorts. 2 pockets in the back, and we got a white pair right here. All the links in the description, man. Recruiting like the shirt I got on. We got the black Santa. We got the number 1 for Kiko or Cam Ward, which PFF just said Kiko and Wesley was the highest rated linebackers. If y'all care about what PFF say, the highest rated linebackers in college football, whatever PFF be going off of. I still don't know how they do their ratings, but all right, man. So let's get this thing popping, man. We're gonna go from left to right, bro. First, with a grade. Before we start talking crazy, I'm gonna put some stuff out here. Offensively, the University of Miami, right? In the chat, the University of Miami, where do you think they're ranked offensively in the nation? Yardage per game. Like, in the chat, where y'all think they ranked that?
You counting all schools or just the major? Because you know you got them little lower level schools that be doing crazy shit.
I'll say second.
Now, in the chat, in the entire nation, where do y'all think the University of Miami is ranked at? In the entire nation. That's yardage. What's the most important? Is it just yardage per game? I mean, that's the best way to rank a team. Like, that's the most important.
I would say to me, I think touchdowns, because I remember on the gas, boy, we used to love getting to that red zone. That's as far as we can go. So I need the touchdowns, baby.
Same thing with Dawson last year, Kyle.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Yep. That was a TVD specialty. Boy, we're going to get you there. I don't know how we're going to finish.
I got the stats. I already know.
Average touchdowns. So in the chat, they own it, man. They own it. They like 1, 2. Most of y'all gonna be villains, man. Total yards 9, passing 1 or 2. Total yards, University of Miami is number 1. in yardage per game, 583. Ole Miss is number 2, and Boise State, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, stay sick, man.
Is number 3. Points per game, University of Miami is number 1.
There we go.
But Indiana is number 2 at 47 points. Miami is averaging 47.7 points a game.
Chancellor Canesville showed up. Street, we actually number 2. Ole Miss is number 1.
Indiana Hoosiers is number 2.
No, we're number 2. Street. Ole Miss.
No, you're looking at. Oh, so at points. Ole Miss is number 1, right? And we're number 2.
Total points, you mean?
You mean total points? Average points a game. We're number 1, and Indiana is, and Ole Miss ain't even in there. Bro, they way down there like 10 or something. So total points, Ole Miss has more total points than us, but average points a game, we 47.7. We're number 1. Shout out to Corey Chancellor, man. She's starting it early again. Streeter, don't make it the Louisville game, and I find out.
That's real. Hey, that's real, Corey. I'm a G check him if he don't make it all that money. You don't got him a first class ticket and everything, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna make it happen, dog. Shout out to you. We totally appreciate it, man. Corey Chancellor with the $99.99. Corey shows up every Sunday, bro. I don't know what Corey do on Saturday nights, but it's paying because he show up every Sunday. He show up every Sunday with a pocket full of cash, man, and support your boys, man. And I totally appreciate it, dog. I remember we didn't used to see donations like that.
I'm gonna make a prediction, man. Corey Chancellor, pastor somewhere, man.
Pastor.
On the collection plate.
He wouldn't be in here. What he doing right now? They singing songs or something? How would he be in here? He on his cell phone?
Yeah, I mean, he in the back while the choir out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Chancellor Canesville, man. Shout out to Corey.
For sure.
Man, we so appreciate that, bro. At this point, man, you're a sponsor, man. You got anything you want us to promote, man? Like you got a business or something? Like at this point, you need an ad. All right, so Miami is number 1 in the nation, 47.7 points, bro. Listen, I know some of y'all have dreamed about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wished it. We thought it was going to come with Lashley. I'm not sure if we got close or not. Shannon Dawson. What grade y'all giving him through 6 games? Rich. Start with Rich.
Man, he's I'm not gonna say he's tough to evaluate. If we're number 1 in offense in the nation, when it comes to yardage, I'm gonna give him an A-. And the reason I'm gonna give him an A- is because the passing game is doing very well. Which is, it's more than what we could ask for.
Right.
The running game needs to get better. I mean, we can't close out games or get in dogfights without having a great running game. So there's some to be desired there. It might be a personnel mix-up thing. So that just needs to be figured out. And I also think just continue to work with Cam when it comes to the passing game and making sure that we see Cam taking what the defense gives him. If those 2 things could be cleared up, he has an A+ from me. But for right now, I'm saying, which one is higher, A- or an A? It's been a while since I've been in school.
It gotta be
A is higher.
A+, A-.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with A-.
Now, y'all listen. Rich got 8 degrees. Okay, so y'all don't think we up here all us sold drugs and Rich got what you got, a PhD, bro? Masters?
Nah, masters.
You got a master's? Okay, all right. Rich got 8 degrees. His Clemson team undefeated. Shit looking good for Rich.
They're not undefeated.
Damn it, they're not undefeated.
They lost one game.
Yeah, they did lose one game.
His other school, Penn State, is undefeated though. That boy
They is
trying to high
undefeated.
right now. Man, he got
Yeah,
one
they are.
combined loss against
Undefeated.
all his schools, man.
Kyle, talk to me. Talk to me, Kyle.
Go to Medi because I'm about to have some background noise. Go to Medi.
All right, Manny, talk to me.
I would give me a question again. Is it offense? Shannon Dawson?
Yep.
Honestly, I have to give him an A+. I'm trying to take all the fan about him because I'm just being honest. We have questions about certain parts of this offense, and for it to be number one in America, we had 1,000 yards rushing already, collectively as a team. So that's between Cam and all that. And kind of taking it back to what you were saying, you said Canes fans won because I went back and looked. 2020, Miami was top 25, 30-ish in passing yardage, points per game. And we played 2 to 3 less games than everybody else. Total yardage, so we were up there under Lashley, but what we're seeing now is, and granted, it's still halfway, a little less than halfway, in my opinion, through the season. But for us to not have, like, Ole Miss got a receiver that's about to hit 1,000 yards. I think he's at 987. Cam is spreading that ball around in a way that is getting everybody and highlighting everybody, and we still have question marks about some of the receiving core. Isaiah Horton, we've seen him emerge as a dependable outside receiver. X is X. We already know what that is. JG got his issues, but for that receiving core and Cam to be number 2 in the nation, him and Jack and Dart keep just leapfrogging each other, basically. But he's like 100 yards behind him, but he obviously sat out a week. So the Rebels are up there in yardage, but they've also played 7 games to this point. So for all that to be happening, all those things, and Shannon Dawson, I'm a little nervous because I seen the Leon County coach talking to him the other night when he went to go see Luke Milton or Luke Nichols, at Milton. So I'm interested with that conversation, but not because I worry about losing, because I don't want his shit offense to rub off on my OC. But yeah, all in all, man, I would say A+, man. It's hard for me to argue anything else. You know, our running game still had question marks. Some of our receivers still have question marks. The way he's been able to evolve, especially getting the tight ends way more involved than he has in years past, or at least since last year. I'm impressed. To me, it tells me that there's another level that this offense can reach that we haven't tapped into yet.
Shit. What you trying to make us? What's after number 1?
I don't know, but like I said, if the plan is for this team to make a deep playoff run, which we kind of are anticipating at this point, there better be another level to tap into. We're gonna be in trouble.
Talk. Yeah, cause we can run the ball better. I mean, you might be right. So Jay White, man, who a villain. Shout out to Jay White, he a villain. He say, man, KB looking like the getaway driver for a bank heist. Keep the motor running, big dog. Oh crap! That was KB. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I want to give him an A, but man, the way he's limiting Cam McCormick on the field, I just can't do it, bro. I cannot bring myself. Give this man an A, bro. No, but in all seriousness, no, I'm gonna give him a B+. I mean, he's right on the borderline, and for me, it's not about how many points you score or the yardage and being number 1, and he don't have to do that for me to give him an A. I told Streeter from jump, I'm in love with his sets, the way things look. I'm completely in love with what the product he's putting out on the field. results kind of be damned. You know what I'm saying? I just like what you're doing. I like that you're thinking. I like that things look different and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very proud, to have Shannon Dawson, you know what I'm saying, out there doing his thing. The reason what drops him down to a B is two things. Like, it's going to take some time. He's going to have to rein Cam in or whatever. I don't necessarily want to fault him for that because that's a fine line. There's a balance there. You know what I'm saying? But it's the running game, because I know the running back game can be so much better. That's why I'm giving him a B, because to me, it's a simple fix. You either A, start pulling some guys, which maybe you can't do, you know what I'm saying? Or B, bro, I don't understand why we're not getting to what we used to see out of our run game, especially the concepts we had with Gaddis or the concepts we had the first 4 games of last year. Y'all saw what's been our biggest run play this year? I think, I can't remember. Y'all got better memories than me, but our biggest run play was what Mark Fletcher did last week. Why did that happen? Because we got McCoy
No, it was
getting out there.
it was
Our biggest run
What
play.
was it?
it was the
Which one was it?
44 yard. It was the 40-yard run by Dean Martinez against Ball State.
91-yard
Game-
run. What's his
Jordan
name?
Love.
Yeah,
No.
91-yard
I
run.
mean, no. I mean, out of stuff that counts. I'm not talking about the fourth quarter, blah blah blah. Let me preface that. But I mean, out of our starting unit, okay, it might not have been the best runs, but I'm gonna say one of the best runs was last week when we got McCoy out there pulling, and he comes down and he's blasting people. Like, we haven't seen that. We used to see Arnaz Cooper doing it. We've seen Malvagoa doing it on like some screens and stuff. We've seen the center doing it on screens. And I'm not saying everybody's got to do it or can do it, but I think that's what's missing from our running game, is letting our big guys get out there and pull, running some counters, some counter trades, just, all that kind of stuff. So to me, it's a simple fix because we've seen it done before. And it's funny because Jay White was just remarking before the game. He was like, man, who was that number? I don't know, 78 or whatever number McCoy was. He said, man, I saw this big motherfucker coming in for a substitution and he was running, boy, like he run like a 4.5. It was just so funny that he said that. And in that same game, we pulled McCoy to that right side. And it's just like a hell of a play. And it's just like, bro, where has this been? So that's the only thing I give him a B for, because I know the running game can be fixed. And we're just waiting on it. So
The
Kyle,
most
Kyle,
notable.
real quick, Kyle,
Go ahead.
I got 2 things. One, I think you got to bump your grade up based off of this. I just looked it up. Cam McCormick is on pace to have his most productive year in his career. He is his best year. His best year was 22. He had 10 catches for 66 yards and 3 touchdowns. Right now, he got 3 catches for 24 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's on pace to have his best year of his career in year 9 of college football. That's the first thing. So you got to give him credit off of that. Second thing, I think you're not giving him credit for the fact that we are missing our offensive linemen. Like, we haven't had the starting 5 that we wanted since week 1. So I know how you grade. I know you're a very harsh critic, especially when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. But I think you got to kind of get some leverage, man. Just solely based off the Cam McCormick production, solely based off of that.
Hey.
This man, you know what I'm saying, is doing wonders.
So look,
We're doing that with
the second part,
old man.
Look, the second part I'll address by saying, it's just when we had those guys, we weren't. I don't know what it is right now. I'm guessing they have their reasons or whatever. I just want to see it. But you're right. You're 100% right. We haven't had our entire unit. And who knows? You know what I'm saying? So you're right. That's a good point. But the McCormick point is even better. So I'm gonna give my boy A-. And that's what we're here for, man. We're here to correct each other, bring facts, stats, and information, and that's what Medi just did. So we got to bump that grade from a B to I'm gonna jump over the B plus. I'm going straight to the A-. So Dawson got an A-, dog.
There we go.
What's McCormick's stats, Medi? What is his stats?
His projected stats. What would you say was?
3 catches for he has 3 catches for 24 yards, 2 touchdowns. Averaging 8 yards a catch. In 2022, man, 10 catches for 66 yards. So right now, he's already got a third of his production, man, in 6 games, and he's almost caught up his season career, or his season high. In
y'all know I got a bet with the Villains, right? We got a money bet on the line. I don't know what Big Bunga had. I told him we bet, and I got Cam McCormick to defend with. I think it's 10 catches and 3 touchdowns. I think we got 3 touchdowns, right, Medi?
Yep, we had 3. No, we had 2. We had 2.
We
We had
waiting
2.
on the. Yeah,
We
2.
had 2.
Okay, so we gonna be there. We gonna get there.
Yeah, he
That's
needs
the
3
money
more
line
catches
right
and 1
now.
more touchdown.
Hey, look, we're gonna bring y'all some villain bets from now on, man. We're just coming in the future. Now, if you want to get in on this, hey, just as long as you pay, as long as you pay.
That's hilarious, though. I'm
That was
sure.
good, Nitty.
But it's real quick, Treat, but it's a testament to what an OC is supposed to do. You're supposed to find your playmakers and figure out how to use them, what you got on the field. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, Cam has a large part to do with that as well, but good OCs understand, like, man, I know what this guy's capable of. It may not be much. We just used him all last season as a blocking tight end. That was it. What was his stats last year? He had 8 catches for 62
All right.
yards. So he almost cut his career production, but he never got in the end zone. His long was 20 yards. So a third of his production came on 1 catch last year and 8 catches. You know what I'm saying? But this year, they're finding to use him as a short yardage, you know what I'm saying? Red zone. If he's not blocking, have him chip block and get upfield and just throw his hands in the end zone and Cam's gonna find him. So like I said, good OCs figure out how to use all their weapons on their roster. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to Dawson.
Sure.
I would think that everybody in that wide receiver core is probably on pace to eclipse anything they've done. If I had to take a guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or either
maybe
I'm
not.
looking at
Maybe not. I would just say maybe not Restrepo because TVD was throwing that boy the ball. So maybe like as far as a single season goes, maybe not. But you're right. I think for everybody else,
Restrepo at 585.
I'm talking about his catches.
Yeah, 32 catches, 585 for 5 touchdowns. We'll get into Restrepo. All right, so Dawson is rounding the 8. He getting 8. A minus.
So,
I'll do it.
Rich said B.
Nah,
Rich said B.
no, Rich said A.
A minus.
Rich gave it A
Everybody said
minus.
A.
Yeah,
Okay, he said A. I said A plus, and Kyle said A minus.
I said A. Sounds like
Okay,
an
so,
A. No, I said A. I gave him A. I gave him A. I ain't give him a minus. I gave him A. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's move on. Let's get this thing going. Matt Merritt, running back coach. Rich, talk to me.
I'm gonna go with a. This is gonna be tough, but I'm gonna go with a.
Okay, let me help you out. All the running backs it's kind of weird. All the running backs are over 200 yards rushing.
Right.
Damian Martinez has 292. Jordan Lau has 239. Mark Fletcher has 223.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Martinez has double the carries of all those guys.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Their production is good. It's decent, but the problem that I have is just those production counting for something. That's a tough one for me, and I'm gonna have to go with a B minus. I'm not gonna go with a C. I'm gonna go with a B minus because a couple different things. Number one, I think we all understand that our best back is not starting. That's first and foremost. I just got to say it, and from my perspective, our best back isn't starting. So I got a dock a point for that. The back that is starting, we're not calling a spade, and he has double the carries of everybody else, which you got other guys sitting on the bench that are change of pace backs that don't get to see the field because of this guy. I got a dock a point for that. So I think we're not as effective as we need to be, and the personnel that we have on the field is sometimes suspect. So I'm gonna give it a B minus, and that's my take.
B minus. Kyle, talk to me.
I'm gonna give him an A minus. The reason being is pretty much what Rich spoke on. I think all the backs are good. All the backs can start. I think all these boys are darn good. Even with Martinez, just his overall balance as a back is an A+. I'm not telling y'all he's an A+ running back as far as running the ball, but his overall balance as a running back is an A. He catches, this dude blocks like a goddamn lineman. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? But where the minus comes in is I'm gonna give Merritt the benefit of the doubt that he can't. We've had this conversation all week with another coach or about another coach. I'm gonna give Merritt the benefit of the doubt that he cannot pull Martinez. Martinez hasn't done anything to lose his job, but he also hasn't done anything to necessarily elevate the team. You know what I'm saying, as far as production on the field when it comes to the running game itself. But I'm gonna
Right.
give him the benefit of the doubt and say that's not his call to bench Martinez or to take snaps from him. But I'm giving him the minus simply because you haven't been able to get it ingrained in him that he has to hit the hole and go. You can't dance, you can't do the Oregon State stuff. This is not the zone blocking scheme, whatever. But it's a habit. Running backs run by habit. So I don't really expect that to get him out of it. It's going to be up to Martinez. So he definitely gets an A because that running back room is superb in my opinion, man. It's just, like I said with Dawson, we got to do different things with the running game. And I'm not blaming him for not being able to pull Martinez in favor of Fletcher. I can't give him that blame. So I'm gonna give him an A-. He's doing a damn good job. These guys are blocking. They're doing everything you asked of them. So A-.
What about you, Medi?
I'm gonna go with a solid B. Based on production, yeah, it seems like maybe the best running backs aren't getting their fair share, but collectively as a room, the room has 1,100 yards rushing. Actually, let me stop. I'm lying. The room has like a little over 1,000, a little under 1,000. His Cam Moore has 161 yards rushing by himself. So, but looking at the production, yeah, I don't know if it's kind of they just wanted Martinez to be that workhorse because they paid him the most money. But Jordan Lyle's more productive. Mark Fletcher more productive. Jordan Lyle is averaging 7.2 yards a carry. Mark Fletcher's averaging 6 straight yards a carry. AJ Allen, granted, is in lesser competition, but he has the highest YPC in the room at 8.4. So the room is productive, but kind of like a little what Kyle said too. The reason why their grade is not low is because they are blocking, they are picking up pass protection. It's not always great, but it's solid and it's doing enough to keep Cam somewhat safe. Anything that happens really is on Cam because he tends to manipulate the pocket and roll out maybe a little before the play can develop. But a B is solid for me right now. I definitely want to see kind of what I saw in that Cal game where maybe Mark or Jordan are kind of getting that, instead of Damon getting that lion's share of the carries, I want to kind of see maybe Mark and Jordan get some split reps as well, kind of evenly distribute for a couple of reasons. One, it gives the defense something else to prepare for. I think those three guys run differently. They pass for differently, and they all catch the ball at the backfield differently. So I think it gives like opposing DC something to think about when it comes to guarding them. But yeah, during this offseason, I expect to see off week, if not off season. I expect to see them give those guys a little bit more touches. And get AJ Allen and Chris Johnson in the mix too, man. We got those guys right there for a reason. They all bring something different to the room. So yeah, get them more into the rotation. But for right now, it's a B.
So a B?
Yeah.
Lord, I'm losing the stuff. So we got a B minus, A minus, and a B. Merritt. Offensive line coach, Alex Mirabal. This should be a tough one. I'm gonna start with you, Medi. Alex Mirabal, offensive line.
A+. To lose two starters basically in game 1 and 2. To be without arguably the best offensive lineman for the entire pretty much season so far, and a guy that nobody saw coming, Rodriguez. and still, have Martinez. I mean, not Martinez. Still have Markel Bell not be too jacked up. I mean, he has his moments, and we're gonna talk about it in the preview because next week we're gonna have a challenge against what's this guy named Jaloti. But for him to kind of do what he's doing, it tells me that the coaching is working, and that's why I get at. We had our own questions as a fan base, as analysts, of what the O-line was going to do. We couldn't even come up with a confident five, and nobody had Rodriguez. And for him to go out there and kind of play the way that he did against Florida, which could be, when season's done, one of the better D-lines we saw, is a testament to his coaching prowess as an O-line coach. We don't even know what the best version of this line looks like, and we got the number one offense in the nation. It got to come from somewhere. Cam not playing 7-on-7, so it got to come from somewhere. So for all that to be happening, and I will argue that Mark Fletcher, based off of his running, not Mark Fletcher, David Martinez, based off his running style, is probably holding this group back from where it should be. Yeah, got to be A+. And if y'all disagree with me, I mean, they just made the Dope Walker the Joe Moore offensive line mid-season line. So it's only 12 offensive lines in America that get that. So obviously somebody who does this for a living that makes more money than me decided, hey, even with two backups on that line, they're still one of the 12 best offensive lines in America. So they're in the conversation for the Joe Moore award, which goes to the best offensive line in America. So disagree if you will. I only talk stats and facts. That's me. So A+.
A+ for Medi. Shout out to TJ with the 199. Say A+ for the running back room. Stacked. No one red shirting or portal. I don't know about that portal. Yeah. TJ, might be a portal in there, TJ. I don't know. Yeah, the villains know. So shout out to TJ with the 199, man. Appreciate you. Kyle, what's up? Alex Mirabal, the shortest offensive line coach in college.
I'm gonna give
might be the meanest,
smallest too. Hey, I'm giving Mirabal a B+. Reason being, everything that Medi stated is factual. You're doing like, hey, bro, we're down. We've been down our starting linemen, and not even sure of the suitable backups. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like he gets all the credit in the world for that. Don't get it twisted. The line is performing. On one hand, I question the Rodriguez thing starting because I don't understand what they keep doing with McCoy. It doesn't make any sense. I question the Rodriguez starting, but at the same time, like Medi said, nobody saw it coming. He didn't just give him the starting job. He's made Rodriguez a serviceable player. It ain't like he just gave him the job. It's not a Lou Cristobal thing here. Rodriguez got in there and he performed. There's some things that I saw that we discussed earlier, whether you like it or not, what I said or whatever, it holds to be true. The eye in the sky don't lie. So I do kind of question that move. I want to question the Bell move, but only because I know we got Bruno and Sampson back there, but who's to say that they're ready? Who's to say that they, and I can't necessarily blame him for those guys not being ready. It's going to be an individual thing because Rodriguez got ready. We know we can throw Rodriguez in there. So I don't know about the other guy. I don't know what's going on there. We're not there. So I think Coach Mirabal is one of the greatest in college at what he does. I don't think he ever takes a step back. I just think he just always has to have some kind of talent that he can mold. And he's doing a great job. Because even me, when Bell got over, everybody was all excited about Bell, but I'm like, dude, this dude is coming from JUCO. He's a little bit slow. Yeah, it's gonna take him some time, and it is gonna take him some time. But he's been out there and he's been serviceable. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The only thing about Bell is I'll say this: Bell about gives up a sack every game, and so people are like, well, he's not getting this, and he's not that terrible. But think about it: if you finish the season and you don't gave up 12 sacks or 10, that's not good. That's not good at all. But yeah, but for the majority of the game, he's been serviceable. He's been okay. They've slid him help and all that kind of stuff. So hey, Mirabal gets all the credit in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I just know what a Mirabal line looks like, and we got to see if it's going to get there. But like Mehdi pointed out, the most important thing is we ain't healthy. And I do think Jalen Rivers is our best O lineman, and we haven't had him in a long time. I also think Arnez Cooper is hurt. Something is wrong with Arnez because that's not Arnez. So these things are not Mirabal's fault. But as it stands, performance-wise, I got to give him a B+.
B+. So we got a B+ and an A+. Talk to me, Rich.
I'm gonna just flat out say it. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give Mirabal an A, and the reason I give Mirabal an A is one, I think his story is very unique. He coached at the high school level, Holmes, Braddock, and then went over to Columbus, and then Mario and him went on the road, and I mean now he's back home, and he has the opportunity to do something special, not just for the Canes, but also changing his family's life by following his dream. So that's a big one for me in terms of where he came from, and knowing that story, and being the shortest offensive line coach in the nation, pretty much. I mean, he's literally like 5'3", and even though he's 5'3", if you hear how intense he is, man, look, you're not gonna doubt this dude because you think he can body slam you just the way that he talks. Now, in terms of what he has going on with the offensive line this year, I don't know, but I think the offensive line has not been as healthy as it was last year. As we mentioned, Arnez Cooper, we saw Arnez Cooper really take a step forward last year. Not saying he's not taking a step forward this year, but I do think that some of the injuries is, slowing him down a little bit. I did see Birdstone in the chat say we haven't broken big runs off of the left side as much this year. I will say we have. I remember that one Mark Fletcher touchdown on the left side, but the reason we broke that is because we had a pulling guard from the right side. The Markel Bell thing is what really is what really concerns me a little bit, though, because if you do finish the season, as Kyle alluded to, and you gave up 12 sacks, that's not going to look good. And so for me, the thing that I question is, okay, Markel is serviceable, but he makes mistakes every single week. All right. What are you, and I'm not at practice, but what are the other guys doing that's holding them back from not even getting reps at left tackle? That is, that's the question that's up in the air, because I mean, if you got a guy giving up a sack every single game, are you telling me that if you bring Samson or anybody else in, that they're going to give up more than a sack? I mean, if that's the case at this point, especially being in the system 2 years, then, we definitely have more recruiting to do if that's the case.
So you gave him
An A.
An A? Just a regular old A?
Yep.
Alex Mirabal. And for the people who think we're throwing short jokes, right? No, real talk. Like, being a short coach in college football is not easy, especially when we talk about recruiting and walking in these houses. I've heard it from numerous short coaches that when you walk in these houses to talk to these parents, that you got to look like a guy that did it before.
Yeah.
Or they expect you to look like a guy that did it before.
Right.
Yeah. So don't think we're just throwing short jokes. No, it's actually I've talked to a few short coaches in college football that they say that it's a knock. You know what I'm saying? Some coaches don't want to hire like short coaches, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to recruiting, it has to look a certain way to some coaches. So yeah, bro, we're not just throwing short jokes around here, man. What the man doing is pretty damn amazing. That's probably one of the most consistent units we have.
Real quick, because Gmo still got a lot of his chest, man. Gmo man, first Gmo man.
Hey, no, leave him alone. Let him go. Let him go.
I'm not. Look, I'm just trying.
I read them all. Leave him alone. Let him go.
I'm just trying to stay facts, Street. Like,
you ain't
there's
got
no
You
emotion
ain't
here.
got nothing to prove to him, dog. Leave him alone. No, heck nah.
Okay.
He have his thoughts. Leave him alone. He in the chat just spewing, just vomiting. And he had like we hired about Fox Sports or something to take a side or something. Man, we some dudes from the grassroots media company we started. We got nobody's side. But nah, leave him alone.
Look,
man.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I can't see in the comments right now. I'm gonna say this: if y'all got something to get off your chest and y'all got a lot of just join the Discord, baby. Y'all can get anything off your chest in there y'all want. Y'all can get in
true,
there.
Man. He come talk.
Yeah, you tussle with Heat, tussle with Jay White. I let them get at you before you get to me because they'll make you quit. So you want to go on. So anything y'all want to get off y'all chest, you ain't got to sit there and type all day. Just come to the Discord, baby.
Come on,
we welcome
Discord,
all y'all.
man.
You do not want to have a philosophical debate with Jay White. You will quit.
Hey, and that costs money. But hit the like button.
What you want to say to him?
It's free. Nah, you good. Hit the like button is free. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to pay that money to come to Discord, you say hit the like button. Stop paying.
That's all. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
Because G-Mo man got all the grades. He got all the real grades. He got all the real grades in there. Like,
hey, we appreciate it though. Hey, we take trust me in the Discord. We take what y'all got to say. We take what y'all burst on. The only one did his homework already. We take that. We love that. So y'all come into Discord, put it in there, man. We'll look through it, bro. So I can't see what he's saying, but if he, you whatever you bring it, dog, bring it to the Discord. We definitely appreciate it.
Oh nah, I saw him. He was over there. He over there going ham. I don't even know. He maybe got 2 keyboards. Tight ends coach Cody Woodell. Talk to me, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked me first because I'm gonna I owe this man an apology, not just an apology, but I was really down on him last year with the tight ends. I didn't like it. I didn't like the move of getting him. I didn't understand. We had a good tight ends coach, and I still believe we had a good tight ends coach that we moved to the recruiting side of things or whatever. But the Woodell thing, I didn't understand it. I didn't like it, and last year it was proving to be right. But this year he's proved otherwise. So I'm gonna definitely give him an A. All the tight ends have gotten better. Like we already knew what Arroyo was. Like this Arroyo stuff doesn't surprise me. Maybe it surprises some. But this is Arroyo. He's a complete tight end. Really, really good. We were just waiting on him to get healthy. I don't know if y'all remember, but as a freshman, a lot of us were screaming, "Hey, he need to take Mallory snaps because Mallory ain't blocking nobody." And Mallory getting all these passes and then block. Nah, man, let this man play or whatever. But here we are. He's healthy. I'm talking about we got the national pundit saying maybe this guy's the best tight end in the nation. I don't know that to be true because I don't watch all the other tight ends. But yeah, my boy is good, and my boy is good. And this is Cody's room. Riley has gotten better. Riley's actually out there blocking. He got thrown on his ass a time or two, but that's gonna happen. That's life. You know what I'm saying? He's not, just a natural blocking tight end, but you can put him out there and not worry if he's gonna get his block. He's catching his block. Cam McCormick, I think some of that credit has to also go to like KB and Sly, because you can see my boy got hands this year. He ready. You know what I'm saying? But he's turned himself into a quote unquote complete tight end as a backup. He can do what those things that you're asking him. He's not going to do it at Arroyo's level, but he's going to block his ass off. He's going to catch passes and run his routes. And then there's Elijah Lofton. Yeah, we know Elijah Lofton came in as a beast, but the finer points of the game, that has to be taught, and he's getting them. Like Streeter, that play we replayed, man. This dude grabbed somebody on the goal line, and he one hand grabbed this grown man that's in front of him and just turned him over and just looked at him. I say, well, God damn.
He tried to move.
Put him on the ground.
He tried to move. He put one hand down there like, man, dog, I ain't say move. Don't move.
treated him like a roach, bro, with a shoe on him. Don't move, nigga. You dead. Treated him like a roach. So I think a lot of that goes to Coach. A lot of that goes to Coach Woodell's background as an offensive lineman coach. So hey, shout out to Coach Woodell. I'm gonna give you an A+, my boy. Great job.
A+. Rich, what's up?
I'm gonna follow that up with an A+ as well for the tight ends coach. I can't think of many coaches in college football that has gotten as much scrutiny as our tight ends coach did last year. I mean, when you come to tight end and you don't have a single, did we have a tight end over 100 yards last year?
No, heck no, couldn't be.
No, we couldn't find our tight ends last year. Remember, they were kind of like hidden under the bed, and we was looking for them and shit all year long.
Yeah, they was on the back of the milk carton.
We couldn't find them last year.
We could not find them, and to get them boys ready over during the offseason, to get Arroyo back, get his confidence back, and what he's doing in the game. Some people are saying that he's arguably our third option on offense. That's what some people are saying. That's what I see in the chat. But you got Arroyo, you got the kid behind Arroyo, Riley Williams, who's not only we knew he could catch the ball, but the biggest step forward that he took was the strength, his getting it that college ready tight end body, right? So no Diddy. So I think overall a lot of these guys have really taken a step forward in the offseason. Lofton is special. That's a grown man. That's Brevin Jordan, but he's a freshman. That's Brevin Jordan as a sophomore. So I think he's definitely going to be one of the next top tight ends. And I think the neat thing with the tight end room and the tight end position is you could have 2, 3, 4 guys on the field at, I wouldn't say at the same time, but you could have 2 or 3 guys play in a game at tight end. So there's also room for recruiting tight ends as well. So shout out to him, because the more we do well, the better we'll recruit, the more we'll have great tight ends.
Okay. And what's your grade?
Oh, it's an A+ for me.
What about you, Maddie?
Hold on real quick. I would give it we've just been here for what, 2 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be in the realm of calling it A+, but I'm gonna just leave it as a solid A. I want to see next year. I know people have spoken about. I don't think he should leave personally. But I know people. But if at the end of the year this man's in the conversation, or if he's won the Mackey, I would understand if Elijah Wood decides to go.
But Maddie, remember now, we just grading them on these 6 games, not last year, next year, or the other 6 that's coming.
I know.
So,
6 games. 1 to 6.
But I also can't. I'll be and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to be objective and not subjective. At this point, I give him an A. I think there's a chance for him to up his grade to an A+. I think he did show some production when he was at Oregon. Last year gave me nothing. I don't know if that was his doing or more the AC. Or Mario's did have his hands in it. But right now I'm just calling it A. I think there's a chance for it to get better. But right now, I call it, which is not bad. It's an A. You know what I'm saying? That's beyond.
It's an A.
You can still make a Dean's list. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll make it an A.
An A?
Yeah. But it's trending up. I'll give him that. I'll say it right now. It's trending up.
Man, Arroyo. It's a travesty that TVD couldn't find Arroyo last year, bro. Arroyo, 14 catches, 286 yards. He averaged 20 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns.
If this man has 700 yards,
20 yards a catch.
You should just go to the league.
He averaged 20 yards a catch. Yeah, 14, 286. Yeah, he averaged 20 yards a catch, 4 touchdowns.
Can I tell y'all something? If it was up to me, he'd end up as a 1,000-yard tight end. How? Because I'm docking Sam Brown's minutes, and we're gonna start having more 2 tight end sets out there to go along with my other 2 receivers, bro. And Arroyo's gonna become increasingly more just a tight end that I flex out. Of course, he's still gonna be in line, but I'm gonna start flexing him out more. I can flex him out. I got Restrepo in the middle, Jacoby out there on his boundary. I'm gonna start treating him like a receiver. That's how good he is. It's not necessarily about Sam Brown, but that's how good Arroyo is. X stands by that he's our best route runner. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would start doing that. Nigga would end up at 1,000 yards as a tight end, but that's just me.
It was a time in that Cal game where I was up in the press box, and it was maybe a 3rd down, and they had 4 wide receivers or 5 wide receivers out. The guy that was sticking him, bro, the guy that was sticking him in the slot had to be every bit of 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", and it looked like a complete mismatch. Like you could have just said, "I can just throw them the ball," right? I don't, bro. Like we knew Arroyo, he was coming back off an injury last year. We knew he was good 2 years ago. We caught that big pass at Texas A&M. How did we go a year without using him? Like, it's beyond me. Because in practice, he looks unstoppable.
I thought he was still injured, like a little bit last year.
He was in the game. He would be in the game, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying if he's in the game, you should be able to throw him the ball. He just never really got balls thrown his way.
Yeah, because it probably meant that he was in the middle of the field, which we know Tyler's not throwing that ball there.
But no, he's really good. He hustles. I mean, he showed you he hustles. He's really good.
Even some of the passes that Cam has thrown has been a little bit behind, and it's been more of Arroyo making a great adjustment. But those balls, every ball Arroyo has caught, with the exception of the one against VTech, because that one, you can't really mess that one up. That was just a perfect play call. Then a little bit behind him, a little bit, and it's more of him adjusting than anything. Even the 4th down we went for, he threw the ball behind Arroyo. That's why Arroyo got stopped short at Cal. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where even with Cam, and I have to go back and see what Cam did at Washington State as far as tight ends, but yeah, Cam has been putting the ball out there, but the deep shot against Florida was behind Arroyo. So I think if anything, we're giving him more credit because he's progressing into wide receiver caliber ball range, like being able to find the ball, extend his arms out, make a shorthand catch. And that's the type of stuff that gets guys like Kyle Pitts, who I personally don't feel like he's that great, but that's what gets those type of guys paid at the next level. So, like I said, Coach Woodie is trending up. We
went to him for the game with the game on the line. We went RPO and threw the ball to Arroyo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so let's smash nightmare. Why not?
and threw the ball to Arroyo. All right, so that's an A+, and an A. Last position coach, and we may get into some of the offensive players, you know what I'm saying, but we may have to finish that up. Last position coach, Kevin Beard. Kyle, we're going to start with you. He's a homeboy from Broward.
So, Kevin is, y'all, it's not, hey, this ain't no favoritism at all, but y'all know when Kevin was going, I was screaming to get my boy back, man. Our receiver room looks completely different than it has been years past. I'm gonna definitely give my boy an A. And the same thing I said about him, I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Merritt. I have to say about him. I cannot blame him for the receiver rotation. I know y'all be thinking things are a certain way, but everybody doesn't have total autonomy to do what they want to do. I think the only guy that does, in my opinion, is probably Mirabal, probably JT. When you're talking about position coaches, everybody don't have that total rotational autonomy and all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm letting y'all know that man is not the reason that JoJo and those guys ain't playing. I think it's coming, but I'm 100% telling y'all that's not the reason, because I know that's what some of y'all want to stick to. That's 100% not the. He's 100% not the reason that these younger guys ain't getting in yet. However, sticking to what we sticking to as the starters, these guys are performing their best. You know what I'm saying? These guys haven't looked as good and consistent in any other time in their lives, and that's including Restrepo. As good as Restrepo has been, Restrepo has added something to his game. I'm not giving all that credit to KB. Restrepo goes out and does his own thing. I think he works with Slide, and he has his own thing that he does, and he's come back and he's just, he's been an A plus 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 plus. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that still builds room. We see George. I can't listen. I can't say nothing about the Georges and the penalties, because I know that's where y'all want to go with it. But that's a problem for everybody, not just Coach Beard. It's Coach Cooney. It's Cristobal. I don't know how they handle it, why they handle it. It is what it is. But we talking production on the field. KB got those boys gunning. Those boys are playing. Y'all see Horton right now. Everybody loves Horton right now. Sam Brown is not KB's guy. He did not go out and get Sam Brown. So y'all take that and do what y'all want to with it. You know what I'm saying? We would like to see more from a guy like Ray and all those things. And I understand all that stuff. But the receivers you can't tell me that's probably not your second best unit. You know what I'm saying? As far as consistency and performance, you can't tell me that's not your second best unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the running back room is very deep, but the running game ain't got going the way we wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line, they've been hurt. You know what I'm saying? The D line is probably our best group, I think. You know what I'm saying? So after that, the most consistent has been your receiving room, your receiving core. Those guys out there balling. I mean, we got the number one, offense in the nation. The majority of that is Cam Ward, but who the guys that he's throwing to? They're coming out with the balls and the touchdowns, man. And we're using everybody properly. So, yeah, KB gets an A. You know what I'm saying? Just like the rest of these assistants, man. They're doing a hell of a job. So,
talk to me, Mitty.
Yeah, I would probably have him as a. I ain't gonna lie, some of these recruits that didn't commit this week, that would have bled into my grade. His on-field performance. Well, he's starting to make his move a little bit, man. So shout out to him. But I was very critical behind the scenes about KB's recruitment, because I was like, man, what's going on? But I also am the first to come out here and say it's a long season. You know what I'm saying? The game's got to get played. Signing day ain't yet, but A for me as well. To say that the receiving core is a weakness would be an understatement. I think just solely just based off of the production of Isaiah Horton, that would hold that as a solid A, and same thing is kind of trending up, right? Some of these guys that we didn't necessarily see, have kind of risen to the occasion, right? Like, you go through all spring, you do your thing in spring, and then some fall camp starts, summer camp, whatever you want to call it, and they go grab Sam Brown. Isaiah Horton could have got mad. He could have crashed out, could have said F this and left, but he just said, okay, say less. And when he gets out there, you know what I'm saying, he makes the most of the snaps. He's making plays on some of these balls that should be probably not working on his favor. So shout out to him, man, because he's definitely that's the person I could point to specifically and say this is probably KB's development happening. He's great as a blocker. Isaiah Horton was talented coming out of high school, right? We talked about him. It seems like forever ago, but the three amigos, remember? Two of them amigos and bounce already. You know what I'm saying? But to have that and have a guy like Isaiah Horton, who wasn't highly rated, he has a prototypical size, but he wasn't a highly rated, highly recruited guy. But just kind of putting that working mentality into him, letting him grind it out. Yeah, we had to go, grab a guy in the portal, but I can't knock his grade because that dude showed up at the 12th hour for the team. Isaiah Horton been here, been putting that work in. It was just kind of helping get more camera weapons, but Sam Brown, who I defend staunchly, is not doing it for me. Part of that is on KB as the position coach because he has that ring, but I can't put it all on him necessarily. That's why the grade for me is a solid A.
Talk to me, Rich.
I'm gonna go with I remember maybe 2 years ago when we were talking about the Canes, and I think we had just gone 5-7 or something like that, and we were talking about what we needed. I remember us really stressing that, going back to how you got Danny Miez fired, Street. When you asked that question about us having all this talent, the only team that's even coming close to us when it comes to talent was Clemson, and that was across the board at every position. And we just weren't developing that talent while they were in college, because some of those guys, are career NFL guys that we had, and we just didn't develop them. And KB was really like, we need somebody to come in here who could develop players, who could develop wide receivers. And we got Coach KB back. And, as Mehdi alluded to, we can point to Isaiah Horton as, product on the field over this past 6 games. My only thing is, before I go there, the only receiver coach that would rival what Coach KB has done, in my opinion, he's starting to get into that same category of a Brian Hartline. I mean, same type of, what you're going to get, what you're going to turn into if you're coached by KB and the resources that KB has around him. In terms of recruiting, this is where I just go with an A. No, I don't go with an A+ for Coach KB, is because there's some to be desired. Sam Brown is not his guy. I get it. But when you start to look at guys we passed up on that were highly rated 4-star kids, which I'm not tracking them. I'm not doing where are they now or anything like that. I'm not doing that. But I'm saying we did pass up on some highly rated 4-star kids because we were trying to go for the 5-star, the unique, the aliens, essentially. And we missed on a lot of them. We missed on a lot of aliens. And part of it isn't KB's fault. Part of it is Mario's philosophy. Part of it is our schedule and us not winning on the field. So with us having the season that we're having, we'll see if things do turn around. I know we got a big commit with the prototypical size that we're looking for. But, as the old fisherman once said, you got to catch them before you clean them. So that's the only thing for me. I want KB to go out there and get bigger fish and actually reel them in and have them put pen to paper to come play and come get coached, get tutelage from one of the best wide receiver coaches in the nation. So that's what I'm looking for from him. So I got him at an A.
Boy, these some good grades, boy. We ain't got a C on the list. We coaching coaches. Is y'all good to sit up here and do some more? Y'all straight with time?
I'm good. I don't know if you saw my message in the chat, man. But Miami remains number 6 behind Ohio State. I don't understand how this is possible. But in a coaches poll, which I actually respect more. Which I actually respect more than
y'all know. I don't really care about. I really don't care about rankings and all that kind of stuff or whatever. I like us flying on the radar. So honestly, I'm gonna be happy but honestly, just being on just as a grading scale, that's absolutely ridiculous. You don't put a 1-loss team in front of a no-loss team. We're at the midway point of the season. That is absolutely damn stupid, especially when you look at what makes you a one-loss team. Your quarterback sucks. So the team that's 6-0 has the best quarterback in America, but they should be behind you. It's stupid. But I'm not gonna get upset about it. Let I fly under the radar, baby. That's all I want us to do. Keep it flying, nigga. Drop us to 8. I'm happy. I don't care. Whatever. But it is just stupid. But whatever. Drop us to 8, and I'll be happy. I don't care.
It used to be like that, did it? It wasn't always like that.
I think it was. I think it was. It always
It
depends
wasn't
on
always
what
like
school
what.
you play for. He's saying like a one loss team getting in front of a zero loss team. That's what I think he's saying. It's been like it all depends on who you are. If you're a blue blood, you're in the SEC, you're gonna get that kind of favoritism. It's whatever.
Shout out to Chris Young saying probably the most common sense thing I've ever heard him say in these chats. Yeah, that week 8. That week 8.
It's it's some suspect teams ahead of us. I think Georgia and Ohio State are suspect teams that's ahead of us. But I will say this though, we are in control of our own destiny. So if we go out there and we thump Louisville, we'll be good to go. I'm not going to worry about the rankings.
So y'all straight to do a few more? KB, you got to ride. Rich, you got to ride. Y'all good? Give me thumbs up. Y'all straight or not?
I got a couple more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give you a few. We can run through them.
Okay, we'll get into a few. First of all, we're gonna get into these village shorts. First of all, this one we got 800 people in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share, bro. This Villain Takes, man, brought y'all by the Village Shorts. We're gonna start shipping them out. Cloud have mercy. We're gonna start shipping them out this week. We got Villain Shorts and we got our recruiting shorts, man. They got 2 pockets in the back right here where you can put your pocket knife when you're at the game because you know it'd be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They feel really soft up against your skin. You can go fishing in them. You can go running down the street in them, working out in them. You can wear them to a cane game. What else you could do with them? So shout out to the Villain Shorts, man. The link is in the description for the black ones and the white ones. The link is in the description. And we got
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
shorts,
please do not take a pocket knife to the game. Get your ass real fat. Just leave it in your car, dog.
We got to just leave it in the car. We got the recruiting shorts, man, with the 2 pockets in the back, man, where you could put your makeup for all y'all cross-dressing yes Diddy dudes right there, man. You could put your eyeliner. You know what I'm saying? It's real soft against the skin. So, man, if you want some of the Village Shorts, man, we got the Black Santa on there for recruiting, and then we got the number 1 on there for Kiko, Cam Ward. So shout out. I dropped the pair. So that was the Villain Shorts, man. The link is in the description, man. If you want to cop some of the shorts, we're gonna start shipping early next week, man. Everybody, and shout out to everybody that pre-ordered them. With the pre-orders, man, we got a lot of orders pre-orders. So shout out to y'all. And we got some shirts and some other stuff coming. The whole store, man, should be up this week, and we should be up and running with that. 859 in here. Hit the like button and share, man. We're gonna get into some players. And first up, dog, Cam Ward. Now, before we do Cam Ward, let me just this is Cam Ward, 148 completions, 2,219 yards, 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. His rating is a 182. He has 2,200 yards already. And we're at week 6. Give me a grade for Cam Ward. This should be interesting because I think Cam Ward's graded on the curve because
quickly. I'm gonna just give him.
Really
I'm gonna just
go.
Yeah. Nah, quickly. I'm gonna just give him an A. The only reason it's not an A plus because he has to rein himself in. We don't talk about this enough, and no, it's not something you can ignore. You can't ignore that shit, bro. I'm sorry. He has to rein himself in. But he's an A. He's all world. He's this, that. I've never seen a person so in control of a game in my life. I've never seen a person that thinks so beyond what he's seeing in my life. Is something that's totally different. Y'all know me. I don't just be waxing just to wax. Like this is something different for me to watch this dude play. At the same time, he got to rein himself in, bro. So that's the only thing keeping him from getting his A+. Actually, if he did that, I'm gonna get a nigga A++. I don't know what a higher grade is. He's gonna get a perfect score if he reins himself in. So I'm giving him the A. That's it.
What you got, Rich?
I'm gonna give him an A+ as well. I remember, I think it was Heat in the Discord. He said we're gonna win some games that we would normally lose in the past, those fluke games, and we saw us win by 1 point 2 weeks in a row. First Virginia Tech, then Cal, both of them playing their Super Bowl, and we go out there and we make a definitive statement. First by beating Virginia Tech, and then going to being the longest traveled team in college football this year to go to where we went to Cal, playing a game at 4:00 in the morning. I mean, all the odds stacked against us, and we go out there and in the fourth quarter with 11 minutes left, we put together 280 yards of offense, and we overcome a 25-point deficit to win that game by 1 point. That's very special. No one in college football has done that at the quarterback position this year, and this is why I got to give Cam an A+. Things he needs to work on. He needs to rein it in. He needs to take what the defense is giving him sometimes, and that's only going to make him better. So I'm going to give him an A+.
What you got, Mitty?
So earlier I seen some of y'all trolling on my guy Rich about what's an A, if an A or A- was high or stuff like that. Well, for those who haven't attended college, they grade on a different scale where it's not necessarily letter grade, it's numbers, percentages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for that, because we're transitioning to players, I'm gonna give percentage grades. Now, for those who are unaware of what that looks like, A+ is 97 to 100. A is 93, 96, A- 90, 92. So Cam is gonna fall to that A range for me, closer to a 96. I do dock some points because kind of high in the turnovers, particularly in the last 2 games. That's kind of set us back a little bit, but the way that he's winning these games, I cannot discount. It's essentially I would probably have it more around a 96 on the dot, if anything. Trending up toward the A, he just has to stay locked in. The interceptions are kind of getting a little scary for me, but I think if he was sitting in this live right now, he'd probably tell you he'd probably grade himself lower because he has some amazing mistakes. And that's my favorite part about him is his accountability. I can't think of a quarterback in the last couple of years, despite being at Miami, that would say in their post game, "Hey, I messed this up. I didn't throw this. I threw the ball this way, that way," and then not gas himself in the throws that he does make, because I've seen some throws that he's made that I'm like, that's an NFL throw. Ironically enough, KB, his pass that he threw to the back of the end zone to Cam McCormick in the Virginia Tech game, I think, was brilliant. The way he layered that ball, the defender jumped up, swung at it, missed, and it dropped right into Cam's hands. Like, that's NFL caliber type throws. He has to stay in that mode all the time. The back and forth with Dawson, I think somebody brought up even in the Discord or on one of the lives or something like that. But yeah, the way he was able to real Cam in like coach, player. Those are things that he gets docked for. You know what I'm saying? He reeled him in and he eventually told him, "Hey, take what they give you." We always needed. I think that was huge because if he kept trending that way, we lose that game at Cal, and it probably put us in the position we were in the first place. So I can't be blind and just say, "Oh, A+, and not look at the mistakes." That's how you get beat. Smelling your own shit. So definitely an A. I'm calling it 96 if I had to put on a scale. And yeah, he's trending up. We just gotta keep the turnovers down to a minimum. I would love for him to stay at 5 for the rest of the year. If Camden throw another interception, I'm telling you right now, he's gonna win the Heisman.
Is that possible?
If Cam didn't throw another, if he has finished the season with 5 picks,
Is
he
it
was
possible?
in the conversation as one of the best quarterbacks in America last year, and he had 7.
Is 5 a lot?
And
At
he was a top.
halfway?
It's
It ain't
hell
Jake
yeah.
Garcia.
Oh hell
but
yeah, it's like damn near won a game.
Is it?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. I mean,
Like
but the
won a
ratio,
game, yeah, that's a
the
lot,
ratio
bro.
is also
Yeah.
important. 20 to 5 is a fantastic ratio, but I don't want you to keep that ratio. You know what I'm saying? Like if he ends up throwing 40 and 10, that's great, but we don't want that to happen. So if he can keep it up, that'd be fantastic. That would mean that he was, unless our defense absolutely falls off a cliff, that means he was shredding defenses.
Right.
And it's doable. I think TVD had some ridiculous streak where he went. Was it TVD? I think it was TVD. He had like this crazy streak where he didn't. Yeah, he didn't throw an interception for 7-8 games. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
So it's definitely doable. So
303 touchdowns and no picks over the last 6 games of his
TVD?
True freshman campaign.
Yeah.
That's what got him ACC freshman of the year.
Wow. So listen, bro. I mean, we're gonna finish this tomorrow.
It's doable.
We'll finish this tomorrow. I mean, I just wanted to end with Cam Ward. I knew that was going to be the layup. I think y'all went A plus A, right? And
I went.
Yes, it was 2 A's and A plus.
And 90, you went 96, right, Medi?
96.
Yep,
yeah,
96.
That's a college A.
Yeah, so we'll finish the offense up tomorrow, and we'll get all this done this week. So we'll be on here a few times this week, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody who jumped in here and gave their grades. Y'all got something y'all want to say before we get out of here? And I close it out. Y'all good?
Yeah, man. Bye week is done, man. This is. You know, I know a lot of y'all fans said, "Oh, yeah, we beat all these teams. We go undefeated." And y'all reel it back. Y'all see me posting it. For those in the Discord, you see me post and retweet. Now everybody, these teams, they wake up for Miami, and now the target gets bigger because now all these teams want to be the first to beat Miami because they feel like it. For one, they're all fighting for bowl eligibility now. And 2, they all feel like they want to be the ones that take down the big bad boss of the ACC. Clemson is starting to figure things out, so they're positioning themselves. SMU, it seems like all these teams that we need to be, I need to see from week in and week out now. Virginia Tech, SMU, all of them had bye weeks, you know what I'm saying? Cal became regular last week. They shrunk back the size, you know what I'm saying? So everybody being everybody's best shot. I would like to make the margins comfortable and have them fight back and have our defense to show out, but that'd be asking for a lot. So let's just lock in, man. Stay locked in, man. Go Kings.
You said it'd be asking for a lot. All right, man. Let me close it out. I'm gonna be back in there with y'all in a minute. All right, bro. So listen, man. We'll finish this up. We'll finish the offense up tomorrow, and then we'll get the defense done, man. We'll get the Villan grades from the Villan membership accumulative, and then put that out. And it's something we're gonna start doing, putting out our Villan grades on these players and these coaches. And it's for conversation. It's to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's to be talked about. But that right there was, you on the honor roll. The offense coaches on the honor roll. Cam Ward is being Cam Ward. 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It's not there aren't many quarterbacks, if any, in the nation playing at that level. So listen, man, one more time, if you guys want to cop some of our recruiting shorts, our Villan shorts we just put out, man, check them out. You can look at them. The link is in the description. We got a white pair. We got a black pair. You got some other stuff coming. Link is in the description. You can look at them or you can buy them in the description, man. If you want to be a member, the link is in the description. Shout out to Birdstone. Birdstone, you got to check your Discord messages, big dog. They're in the left-hand corner at the top. You should see a red notification. Check your messages. And we're gonna get your grades out here because Birdstone one of the first villains to put his grades out there. So we're gonna get your grades out here. So man, y'all make sure you hit the like button, share if you're looking on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. Shout out to Corey Chancellor with the $99, man. We appreciate you, bro. You come through every Sunday. I'm Street Man, and I guess, man, I can leave y'all with this for the people who went in on the front end. Gave up in the third, fourth quarter. I don't even want to hear it, man. A lot of y'all went home. A lot of y'all turned y'all went to watch UFC. A lot of y'all turned your motherfucking TVs off. A lot of you went in there and cuddled with your girlfriend. You didn't know what you was going to say tomorrow, and you woke up to Cam Heisman doing it again. And he kind of created some of it, you know what I'm saying? But he made it happen. What Cooney said to me is, he said, Street, watch this. And that's what he said?
Yep.
He said, what? He said, watch this.
And we watched it.